Yeah, so that's what happens in the Caribbean. People come there for sex tourism a lot, especially the cheaper countries, Jamaica, DR, Dominican Republic, all of those countries. Cayman is very expensive, so we get the high-end sex tourism.
Okay.
Just so that you understand how that works. The passport bros are men who are looking for conservative wives. That's it.
Yep.
And that's where I'll cut you short, because these passport bros, one mistake they usually do.
Yeah.
Okay. They will go down to Africa. They'll come to Kenya, to the most interior villages there. They go and find these from our, we call them kienyeji. That's our slang language. Like someone who has not been exposed to the outside world. She doesn't have a smartphone. She
village
works.
girl.
Yeah, village guy. She
But
works
that's who-
very
that's
early,
who they
goes
want.
to the farm.
Yeah, that's who they want.
They are very submissive. But
Right.
now, this lady, she's very submissive because she's not yet exposed.
Right.
Give her
You
smartphone.
bring her to the big city.
Bring her to the big city.
Oh, boy.
Take her out thrice.
Yeah.
Then you go for a trip, for your business trip, and come and
Come
find
back.
her if she will be in the house.
Oh.
So it's all the same. It's all the same. Nowadays, even the passport bros are going through hell.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so
Female.
there you go, my friends. I'm telling you, Africa is not okay. I'm gonna only talk about Kenya because Africa, the continent, is massive. But this is what's happening in Kenya. You heard it here from the horse's mouth. Okay? That's what happens. I mean, we know that in as guys who study the passport bro movement, you never take them back to the West. So if you find a conservative woman in any of these countries from the village, you might marry her, but the second you take her back, and after a couple of years, that feminism seeps into her, it's over. Finish. She's divorcing you, taking half. Right? So now you're saying, even if you leave her in the country,
Not necessarily you take her back. Just bring her to the city now, where you are working, where you are.
Jesus.
Then leave her to we call it the Gen Zs, the young, energetic, You are busy.
Yeah.
And let's say you leave her
Right.
where you married her.
Right.
She's still gonna get a phone.
Yeah.
To buy her a TV.
Yeah.
Gonna get her to get a Netflix
Yeah.
and Amazon and Disney and all of that.
So it's
She's
finished.
gonna go on vacations.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be exposed.
She's
to
gonna
these things.
exploit.
So I would go back and say, that's where your manhood should step in. Like, you just need, again, like we
Yes.
mentioned about last time.
Yeah.
You need to keep that excitement for her to be attached to you and look at you, basically, and keep on admiring you.
Yeah.
And like I was saying earlier,
She has to always think that you're the best choice that she could have
Exactly.
made.
Yeah,
This is the
and-
problem. Women
and-
only cheat when they think they got a better choice, you see.
yeah, and never let her be too comfortable to know that it's easier for her to walk away from you. She should always have that threat of
That's it.
Yeah.
you walking away from her.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, this is how it is. I'm sorry, ladies. I mean, I always got
But-
your
but
this is not, come on,
This is
I
fact.
mean,
That-
You
know what I mean?
bullshit.
It's fact,
And we
it's
all
fact,
living
yeah.
this, but we haven't denied. Thank you for this. You got balls to say it, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
This is
But you should be free to say this, man. Because that's the reality of life. The reality of it is a woman must feel that you're the best choice that she can get.
And to know that you have other choices.
Exactly. That is
Left
the most
other choices
important.
for her.
Yeah, and still got them.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
still-
Yeah.
Yes.
still
Yeah.
open.
Anytime
So
a
you
man
gotta be at your
feels,
best.
yes,
To manage it,
anytime a woman feels
That's
that
a true story.
you don't have any other choice, that's
gotta
when
I
they
have a
take
true story.
advantage. Yeah.
And this is definitely
Bring that mic in closer.
prove what we said. Like in one of my previous relations,
Yeah.
I was happy in my relation, everything is perfect.
Yeah.
But after that, when you reach this kind of like not stable, like cold relationship, everything's same, blah blah. Suddenly,
Bring that mic
my
up.
my ex girlfriend, she felt that okay, there is someone maybe it's hitting on me or something. Hami is not available anymore.
Right.
I swear to God, she switched to be the perfect woman, take care of everything. Whatever I was asking for, she's doing it because she felt not secure.
Yeah.
Which is, this is not the right. Why you have to feel that I'm not available or somebody can take me away from you?
That's
And then just
that's female nature, my friend.
It's a nature, right?
That's it's their nature. That
believe
is
it.
just
Strong
women are like
instinct.
that.
We can sit here and try to understand and analyze that. We're not going to, I mean,
No,
that's just the
but
way they are.
I can tell you.
And that's the way,
Listen, understand this one simple thing about women. Number one, women do not want a man that is not desired by other women.
Yeah.
Do you
You
understand?
got to be at your best. Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
I haven't worn my wedding ring in 19 years for 9 months. I only wore the damn thing for 3 months because I hate things on my fingers,
Yeah.
right? You think my wife cares? Don't give a shit. Because she knows the second that wedding ring goes on, all the women out there, those bitches are going to
he's
be
got somebody.
coming.
Yeah, he's got somebody.
Why? This is called pre-selection. A woman is attracted to a man who's already been selected and vetted by other women.
It means he must be doing something
So
right. That's why he still got
exactly.
Yeah.
The second you know it. The second that you're single, women dry up. The minute you get a woman, guess what happens?
They are lining up.
I don't want to say a bad word. This is true, man.
that is true.
This is
That
so
is
true.
so
While in
true.
your relationship, you find this all these options, people running after you.
Yeah.
But once you're single, okay, I'm available.
Yeah. Number one, when you're single and you don't have a purpose, you got this almost this stench of desperation on you. That smell of like,
Yeah.
he's a little bit too needy. Nah. Something not right about him, right?
What?
But the second you get a purpose, whether you have another woman or not,
Okay, can I add something? to
Yeah,
that?
sure, of
Since
course.
all three of you been married. I've never been married.
right?
I mean, I've never really had that issue.
You're 6'4". You're 6'4" in freaking Emirati, and you're good looking, and you think you would ever have that problem? Never,
Yeah, not
ever.
anytime soon.
You are the Arab Chad.
So whatever you are saying actually is true because in my country now in Kenya, married men are more marketable than someone who is
Of
having
course.
children.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually feels like an achievement for a lady to have. We call it mbaba.
A trophy.
In
To have
Mbaba.
a sponsor somewhere.
Yes.
Like you have your
Yes.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
You have your husband.
Yeah.
But when you have someone also on the side who is married, taking care of your small bills, you feel
Sugar
like
daddy.
Sugar daddy. Yeah, yeah.
It's achievement, and it's a trend now.
Yeah.
You find that you have been your wife for so long, and she's seeing someone, and she has 3 kids, and that person also doesn't care because they don't live together, so they connect better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening. The guy also is married with 5 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wife has 3 kids.
Yeah.
But when they meet together, it's like it's the sweetest thing ever happened to them.
Yeah.
So does this come from arranged marriages mostly, or
In Kenya, we don't have arranged marriages.
okay?
It's
So why is there a disconnect then? Like, why
It's-
do you feel like why do you think
exactly.
the woman will feel more connected with the outside guy more than the man that she's
just,
supposed to be with?
usually women don't understand that. Not all of them. Some women, don't get me wrong, don't understand that when a man brings a family, you have more responsibilities. The time you want me to be always there looking at you and banging you,
Exactly.
I'm outside there looking
There
for
is
cash,
priorities,
trying to
yeah.
pay in the bills,
Yeah.
So when I'm not there and you want now to take this cookie to someone else who is always available, why can't you tell that person also to help me pay the bills?
Yeah.
So this is now the disconnection where it starts. It starts to disconnect slowly because you are always out. Maybe you are a truck driver. You go for like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
1 month.
You're working your ass
Someone
off.
else you'll be paying the bills, and someone else is helping you to farm or to plant the farm.
And another question I have for you guys, like you guys mentioned something earlier. My question would be, like, do you think this excitement of meeting somebody new is only exclusive for women?
No, gosh,
Even
no.
for men.
Even guys.
Yeah, for men
we
as
have-
well.
We have
For
it.
men as well.
Because when you're saying, I'm like,
Again,
that's not
again,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
woman thing.
A nice true story.
Not women thing.
Yeah, because I was sitting and looking at myself,
The
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah, he's excited. Forgot about the
Yeah,
microphone.
yeah. Because this happened to me like 2 weeks back in the
Right.
gym.
Yeah.
I never, like, you know me, when I go to the gym, just exercise in the morning, having a mission leave.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I find this lady.
Ah.
I said, I've seen myself like, okay, I'm with her. So I say, get some bolts and just go and talk to her.
Right.
Went and talked to her. For 10 minutes, I feel this excitement. I got her number.
Right.
And then, okay, we're going to train together tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we agreed on that. For the 10 minutes, while I'm doing my cardio, finishing my gym, I was having this excitement, happy, listening to the music, going back to my home. Listen to this. Once I go back home after 15 minutes, and I lived the best 15 minutes of my life. This excitement, Hassan. Oh my God, listen to the song, going to work.
Feeling a little bit young again.
I took my phone. Of course, I need to check her on Instagram. On WhatsApp.
Yeah.
To text her, it was a pleasure. Find her picture with her husband.
Shit. Wow. Wow.
Really?
Swear to God.
You just threw down the phone?
Yeah. It's like the excitement for men, it's more, to be honest, especially in our age.
Yeah.
When you get in the ride, you get like excitement like a child. Good mood, you forget all your
Yeah, of
problems.
course.
And everything.
I
You
mean-
mentioned something that I wanted to address about child. You know, like for me, I can say that that child in me never left.
Right.
We'll never
And
left.
It never-
I
Women
feel
never.
like that childish stuff that women call immature
Yeah.
is actually what gets them attracted to you in the first place. Because a child is always hyper and active,
Exactly.
creative,
Happy.
wanting to do playful.
Exactly.
and all that.
Playful, yes.
Exactly.
Once
These
you
are all,
lose that,
yes.
then you know
You lose
that's
yourself.
when
You're
the
considered old.
predictability and the boring
Yeah.
stuff start coming.
Starts
you know?
coming
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and mostly it's you women that make us lose that childhood when you tell us act your age, be responsible. No. I'm like, nah. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm. What about acting like me?
Yeah. No.
You know, there's no
Yeah.
such thing as act your
Act your
age.
age.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Other men.
real men should
Yeah,
do this.
other
I'm like,
men
no.
that-
There are different types of men.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a real man.
Yeah.
That, you know, there's no standard universal global book of how men should be.
Right.
Accept
You know,
me the way I
should
am.
be the way I
Yeah.
am as a man.
Yeah.
If I'm a charming, playful type of guy, then that's who I am.
As
You're not
long
gonna come
as
and
the
try to change
base,
that.
as long as your base, you're still responsible, you're still honorable,
Yeah.
you still, the base still have to be there
Yeah.
of a man. A
Of
man
course,
is
yeah.
of his word, a man who's, all of those things are still vital for you to be defined as a man.
Mm.
You understand? As long as that's there, all of the rest is just the fluff. I'm playful. I still play with my wife every freaking morning. I
Yeah,
tease her.
still make her
I
smile.
still,
you know?
exactly. I
Exactly.
Still give her that, you know, the
I-
charm, the
Exactly.
excitement, and
drive
all
her
that.
crazy, you know.
Yeah.
I do all of that stuff because I understand. Number one, that's how I am. But number two, I know that that's what keeps the relationship stimulated.
You know? Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And another thing we were mentioning that I was kind of quiet listening
Yeah.
about the family, and you said about how important it is to come from a family, and that's when the greatest children come in. I would have to kind of disagree to that because, first of all, I didn't come,
I know.
you know, so you know, because I come from a little bit of a different background, which we spoke about.
But listen,
No, but I didn't even say anything yet.
Exceptions don't make the
But I
rule.
didn't say anything yet.
I know, but you,
Yeah,
you're
but-
busy.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
give you
examples.
because there's only two. There's
But
only
I'm going to
two
give you
sides.
examples, real life
Please do
examples
that.
of why that's not necessarily
All right,
true.
go on. Go
Now,
on.
See, I wouldn't say that the best men come out of the family household. Different type of men come from that.
Okay.
True.
Are they going to be mostly responsible? Yeah.
True.
But
But you see, that's the key right
But I'm
there.
not done
Right there. Right there. Are they going to be more responsible? Yeah.
no.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because it's either black or
No,
white.
but see, again, I didn't come from that background.
Yes, but you are an
and I know a
exception.
lot of people that didn't, and
You're
they're
an
also
exception.
responsible.
Exception.
But see the difference. The men that come from a family household, the majority, of course, we're not talking about everybody. The majority are hardworking men who are employed. People who come out of a broken family
Yeah.
are mostly going to pursue their passion and be what they really are. I know this because I have these friends and I'm one of them.
But you are the exception.
No, but- no, I'm saying no.
You tell me.
No,
what
it is
you're
true.
the
I mean,
exception.
Me, I come
Okay.
from a broken family, so I can
You see what I
attest to
mean?
that,
Cool.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, so
I-
but see, you haven't been through what we've been
Yeah.
through and what drives us. So you
All right.
can't really
Okay.
disagree with us because this is
Yeah.
our
All
journey.
right. Let
You
me
get what I
let me
mean?
let me use critical thinking. Just hear me out.
And I'm going to give
I'm
you
just going to
examples.
ask. I'm going to give you one question. If you had an intact, wholesome family who worked well, right, together, husband and wife, happy, blah blah blah, routine, discipline in the house, versus a broken family who has close to the same thing because it's very difficult to get the energy of a man and a woman just coming from a woman, right? Which one would give you the most consistent results over and over again? If we had
it just
100,
gives you different results. That's what I'm
if
trying
we
to tell
had
you.
consistent results,
No,
if
but
we are
see,
looking,
let me tell you the difference. See, but here's the
difference
difference, though.
no, we only measuring
Still
on
different
one
from my
metric,
point, though.
one metrics. Whether we're going to get dysfunctional kids or fully intactful kids. Which one has the better chance of doing it?
I would say they all have a different chance.
No,
of making it.
no.
But see, when you say that,
better.
you're basically dismissing what me and him have gone through.
No,
and
I'm
what we have
not. I
become.
am not. I am not at all, because I am saying to you, exceptions are there. But if I was to give you these two matrix,
No, but
which
that's
one
what I'm
would-
telling you.
which
I'm
one
going to
would
give you
the-
life examples.
you can say different, yes,
but let me
that's-
give you the examples. Look at all the artists in the world. Most of them came from broken families.
Okay, but that's how many of us
Oh,
are
90% of them.
How many of us are artists?
No, that's what I'm telling you. These are the ones.
Me, I'm
They
also
ca-
an
artists-
But what are
artists
we
from
using?
broken
We're using as reality, right?
A lot of artists
Real
come
life.
from
And
pain.
who are the role models? Them.
Yeah.
Who are the role models of the world? Them.
You see,
You see what I mean?
You
What
see,
what about to look at it
this
was
is
your
called
choice.
solipsism,
It was you.
my
No, but
friend.
See, when you grow up in
Solipsism.
a family
Okay.
household, you don't really get to make you don't have that much freedom because you have your father.
You have
telling
your
you-
ideal.
Controlling
I totally
everything.
agree
So
with
they
you.
dictate some of the decisions you make in life.
100%. Because that I'm telling you, it's
You
based
know,
on
so
your
when one
personality.
is missing, you kind of have to discover.
If you have
yourself
this
more.
kind of fighter inside you, you will make it like you and
No,
art
it's
and
not the
everything.
same. Though. Like growing up with friends who had fat parents, and me and my cousin. You know, we grew up. His father passed away when he was like 17.
Yeah.
My parents were divorced since I was 11. We had to discover ourselves and become men by ourselves
Yeah.
in our own way.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
yes, were things lacking? Like, yes, some things we are still learning
Yeah.
because we didn't have that male figure there.
Got it.
So I'm not saying that, but that's why I say it's different.
Yeah,
And the
100%.
woman also see the difference.
The road or
woman also see the
The
difference.
journey is much harder a bit.
But
I would just say it's different because see,
Yeah.
for
but,
me,
but saying
I would
different
never
doesn't
wanna
mean
trade places.
different doesn't mean whether it's has. Is it different in what? Because
In
we
a
can
good
use-
way, it could be- see.
but that's the thing. You can then we're just straddling both sides of the road.
because see, we know
I'm
friends.
asking you, what are the possibilities of it being worse or better? This is what we always.
That's
this
what I'm
is the
saying.
only way
It's
we
that-
can measure.
I wouldn't put a ratio.
But that's
into
what
it. I
I'm
wouldn't put a
measuring.
balance.
Because we're both arguing about different things. I would admit,
But
yes,
that's why I
it
said,
is
let me
different.
finish my point because I
It
was
is
trying
different.
to get to something when I was saying it.
Let him finish
get
his
it?
point, Paul.
All right.
Yeah, so you
No.
know, like because see, I get Paul's point because he came from a system that worked for him. Yeah. So any other situation for him, doesn't
No,
work. And for
no,
me,
no, I'm
I
not.
can also say that I wouldn't want to be what he went through because I'm proud of what I've become.
Exactly.
and
But-
he's proud of
it's
what he
your
came
own
out.
journey.
But I
Exactly.
am
Exactly.
I am
Yeah.
not looking at it from my perspective. I look at everything in a general perspective. We know without a doubt that the single mothers make some of the worst product, meaning
That is not
the worst
true.
kids.
That's not true.
No,
That's not
listen.
true.
I will pull up the information here.
No, but
Because they've done the studies, they've looked at the majority of criminals, the majority of people on drugs, the majority of people who have kids out of wedlock, the majority of people who are divorced, the majority of people, the majority of all the delinquents in the world came from single mothers, not single fathers, single mother homes. That is undisputed, my friend. I know these facts because I've been talking about this subject
but see,
for the last 2 years.
majority of organized criminals, where do they come from?
High profile, like in my
family household.
Let me give you an example.
I'm telling
So
you.
if we're
my
going to talk
side,
about crimes,
let me
then
tell you-
No, I'm talking dysfunctional. I'm talking about drug.
But that is also
drug
a form of
addiction.
dysfunctionality.
Yeah, of course. But you're
Drugs
isolating. You're
expensive.
isolating.
You know,
But who provides the drugs?
But you're
Somebody who
isolating
comes from a
one
family
thing.
household.
No, and who
Look,
buys
I
the drug?
agree
Someone
with
who has
you
money.
here. As long as we talk about culture
know?
and countries in Middle East,
Yeah.
we were lucky, like in Arab.
Watch
in
your-
Arab-
watch your mic.
Sorry, in Arab worlds. I have a lot of friends
Yeah.
from a single mother. They are perfect. They
I
are
am
perfect.
from a single mother.
Yeah, but
It's not-
I
no,
get.
no, I agree with you.
Listen.
Maybe in Europe and US and this.
You
I
guys
also-
you guys are just talking about yourselves.
No.
I am not talking about me.
No.
All right, listen, we can agree to disagree.
The point was
Let's move on
was
because
coming from a
I
broken
didn't even
family.
get
You
to
can't
my
help
point.
us and
I
fight
don't-
each
I
other.
don't want- I don't want-
didn't even get to the
okay,
point.
you should
I wanted
have
to say.
hit that long time. Stop.
Let's move
Okay.
to the next point.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
so
just gonna stick to
let's
this different.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right.
That's what's
All right.
tough. Yeah.
In your opinion, is marriage still a valuable institution for today, or has it become more of a risk for us men?
All right, you guys want to
Marriage
go
is
first?
more of a risk.
It's a
Yeah.
risk.
And it's mostly a bad investment,
It's a big risk.
It's a
especially
big
coming
risk.
from our culture because I know Kenya's different, but
Yeah.
maybe we have similar.
Same honor.
That
Yes.
you
Same.
have to pay the dowry,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to approach the family and all these expenses and the wedding
Bro,
and all
let
that.
me tell you something. before I come here, I was having a conversation with my mom.
Yeah.
My mommy, she came from Egypt 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And she was telling, son, you don't want to get married. I have this lady. Rah, rah, rah. I told her, mommy, now it means she need a wedding. I have to go to go buy a diamond ring. And if it's this simple, fine. But
Right.
there is have to do a wedding, go to her parents. I thought, it's not about getting old. I fed up from this. I need a very simple thing.
So if you could just
Like,
go to
I love
the-
you, you love me. Let's go to Dubai Court. Get
Okay,
married.
cool.
You know, women
Yeah.
want you to get married and want weddings just for the celebration. They
Yeah.
don't care about the aftermath in
So
general.
Thank you.
So they yeah, the
And
women
especially
want the
these days,
party.
to take the picture
Yeah.
of Instagram.
yeah,
you see, I have
Instagram.
the best
Look at
wedding
me,
ever.
look at me,
Yeah.
yay! Look at my dress, yay!
Yeah.
Look at my
But
ring.
I've been
Pressure usually
caught up
comes-
in those situations.
Yeah.
Actually, in Kenya.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, in Kenya.
Because most of this pressure from us, from our community, comes from the parents. When
Yeah.
the parents, they see like you have reached a age of 30, 35, you're a lady or a guy, they start pressuring you. And see,
Yeah.
I need a grandson, I'm bored. I
Yeah.
need someone, so they start putting you into this pressure. Find a lady.
Yeah.
Find a lady. They don't care whether this person will find you will be comfortable. They don't
Nah,
care
they don't
what-
care.
what-
It's,
they
for
don't
them, it's
care
all
if
about the
anything.
celebration.
But it's not that.
And-
Come
and-
on,
and-
come
and
on.
to
It's
make
Show off.
To make it
It's
funny,
It's all about show off, guys.
I'll
from
tell you
these
what.
now
And
high-end
deal with, and you
families.
deal with
Yeah.
it later.
Yeah.
From these high-end families,
Yeah.
they will even tell you, don't worry about the wedding. We'll take care of everything.
Okay.
You want
Yeah,
chopper,
we
you want
got
to
it.
land in chopper?
Okay.
We'll take care about it. For these other low families, they tell you, just have a baby, no problem.
All
God,
right.
will,
Yeah.
God will provide.
All right.
Yeah.
But do-
this pressure.
You have to understand why. Who are we as a species? Your DNA, your DNA, your DNA, your DNA. The end of our life, that's it. It's finished. If you don't have an offspring, it's finished.
Yeah.
You're finished. You're
Yeah.
finished. We are the sum products of people who have survived. That is why when a grandfather has a grandchild, he loves it more than he loves his son. Why? Because he knows the son is going to die before his
grandchild.
Right. And that grandchild is him.
Yeah, and another
you
thing
understand?
is whatever mistakes that he knows he can't fix with the son,
Son,
Yeah.
he can
He'll
try
do
to
it.
fix
over
it.
there.
Exactly.
because there are some things like some damages are already, like for example, you may have a broken relationship with your mom, your father,
Right.
and the wall has been the bridge has been broken
Broke,
so
yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's mostly coming from because the parents are the ones that raise
They
the
screwed
children.
up. Yeah.
So they must have slipped somewhere.
Yeah.
For that gap to keep on
Growing.
expanding
Yeah.
and growing.
Yeah.
So they know that this bridge is broken and it can't be fixed anymore. So they take it either on the last born.
Yeah.
They try to fix it through the last born, and you still have that broken bridge, and the issues are still there.
Yeah.
And the
And
last
grand-
born or the grandchild,
grandchild, yeah.
is the one that gets
Yeah.
all the things that they couldn't have done to you for you.
Yeah. But the
know?
biological reason why grandparents treat their grandkids so well is simply because that before they die, more than likely they will never see the grandkids' kids. This is the last of themselves that they see.
Is that our chance?
And-
This is
and don't
it.
You think, don't you think it's also because of what I've noticed to my father and my mother and my grandparents is the older they get, the softer they become.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%.
So that also makes a difference
Well,
of why they
100%.
would be like that
Yeah,
to their
yeah, yeah.
grandchildren.
That's
And
why
you go like,
it's-
I'm like, I did half of that and I was smacked all over the
Yeah.
house.
Exactly.
Because
In here,
we
don't even
reach-
look at him bad. Hey, don't you touch my grandson.
Yeah.
That's why you never let a kid
true.
be raised by a
That's
grandma.
so true.
right.
Never.
That's so
But
true,
you
yeah.
have to understand how important it is for us to see ourselves in our kids and our grandkids. This is a biological thing that we have to understand about us as human beings. Our grandkids is the last extension of who we're going to see. That's me. That's it. It's all genetics, man. It's biological. And the reason why we get so soft as we get older, because we start to understand life and we have patience. Like, yeah, I've seen this. Oh, I've done that. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
I've lived that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm getting soft as I get older. Because I understand it, I see it, I feel it.
This is what's shaping
All
you
right.
right now. Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you believe, well, we know that marriage don't benefit men, really.
Yeah.
We've been through that already. Yeah.
Yeah, different countries have different circumstances, but it's
Exactly.
never on the man's favor.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
a long story short.
That never
100%.
favor them.
But
Yeah.
think about it. What's really expected from a man in today's culture? If from a husband? I'm just going to give you my example.
Yeah.
even though my wife can function without me, she still see the benefit of me being there simply because if shit hits the fan, let me rephrase that. When shit hits the fan, it's always nice to have somebody there. You feel like you got somebody in your corner.
Exactly.
You know, that's a
somebody to lean on.
exactly. Like right now, she's going through this issue with the job, right? If she was a single mother, it would be extremely stressful for her.
And she'll be
Right?
panicking. And
Exactly. No, she don't have to. She, okay, I work.
I got
Because
something
she
to fall
know.
on.
Because she know. She was upset the other day. I'm saying, okay, come here, baby. Okay.
That's what they call it, the backbones.
Yeah, but so that is amazingly beautiful. I went through COVID. This wasn't this couch. This is a different
please,
couch.
yeah.
Boss, I went through COVID 1.0, the original one. I'm dying down here. They have to isolate. But man, just knowing that she's there, just handling
That's
everything.
different. Yeah.
Her and the nanny, but
That alone is speeding up your healing process.
exactly, because I don't have to stress about these things, right?
Yep.
That's the difference for me. What about you?